Hey y'all, Mrs.E here. Time for our first episode of Felix Companion's Quest. I'm kind of excited. We get to see learn a little bit more about him. I hope you enjoy. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And if you have any thoughts or feedback, please drop it in the comments below. Thank you. Alright, and okay, Sam, move the hell out of the way. Alright, so, Felix, let's chat.
Hey, boss. Got a hypothetical for you?
Hypothetical?
You got a friend, see? Somebody you knew when you were growing up. You were close. Then one day, they up and vanished.
I mean...
5 years go by, they send you a message out of the aether. What's going through your head?
I mean, shock and disbelief seeing how most of my friends are still on Earth, if we're honest.
Right, forgot about that. Though, shock and disbelief's a good way to put it. Guy by the name of Clyde Harlow. He was an old friend of mine. Honestly, he was probably my first and longest friend. I just heard from him. Says he wants to talk to me. Says it's urgent.
This is obviously important to you, so let's go.
Clyde's waiting for us on Scylla. What he's doing on an asteroid, I can't begin to imagine. I appreciate this, boss. I know you're going out of your way for me.
Yeah, thank me later. Alright, so we are gonna go to beautiful Scylla. And by beautiful, I mean it's an asteroid, so you know.
What's on your mind?
So I wanted to ask you about this Harlow guy.
Yeah, sure thing. Ask away.
What's a guy like him doing all the way on Scylla?
I've been thinking about that. Scylla's about as far away from civilization as I can imagine. Cold, barren rocks and the occasional mining operation. Clyde wasn't exactly a prospector. I guess we'll find out when we get there.
How well did you know Harlow?
Clyde was my first friend, but he was also my mentor. Taught me how to think, how to question, how to disobey. I figured the board got him in the end. Some guys with black uniforms snatching him off the street in the middle of the night or something.
So, you said this Harlow was your mentor then?
Yeah. I was just a lonely orphan kid getting my knuckles dirty. Clyde? I want to say he saw some potential in me. Like as not, he just took pity on me. So he took me in. Gave me a place to live. Gave me something to believe in.
You think that Harlow might be in trouble?
That's what I don't know. The message was light on details. No explanations, as usual. Clyde. He was a blustery old cuss. Carried on about violent revolution and seizing the means of production.
Alright, well, Harlow must have made some serious enemies.
Clyde wasn't an idiot. He kept his head down, worked hard. Did as he was told. You're not gonna catch him standing on a soapbox decrying the tyranny of the board. But when the Mardettes had their backs turned, oh yeah, he carried on about starting a revolution. Said he was gonna do something big.
Well, back to work. This is interesting. So, whenever we go to find Clyde, you don't want to go to the right. You want to go to the left. And it's because even though the marker looks like it's on the right, it's actually inside the building and you can't get into the building from the other way. Also, I was really, just enthralled with all of these ginormous rocks in the sky. I thought they looked kind of cool.
Hey, you.
Yeah.
Looking for something? Where do you think you're going?
Felix Millstone's with me. Clyde Harlow's expecting us.
Yeah. The captain said we might be getting a new recruit. That you, then?
Sounds like Clyde's jumping to conclusions, but yeah, I'm Felix.
You're on a first-name basis with Captain Harlow, huh? All right, go on through.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'd hate to get ugly with you. Alrighty, so we are gonna run around into the building and go talk to Clyde. Again, go to the left. Do not go to the right. If you go to the right, you're gonna have to run all the way back around. I may or may not have had to re-record this once or twice because I'm a, memory the size of a goldfish. Anywho, I was kind of curious about all of this blood splatter and the ammo, and I was like, is this some kind of a range? But it's not set up like an ammo range, so that kind of little, Also, oh my god, look at the dog. Look at Marlowe. The dog's name is Marlowe. I know it's not really a dog, but It's like a giant doggo. Oh my goodness. It's cute.
Well, hey there, Hullhead. Clawed your way out of the groundbreaker at long last?
Uh-huh. Oh, sorry, were you expecting me to say something? Maybe a long time no see, or a you've aged, old man?
He's trying a little too hard. Well, this is awkward.
So, you took Felix under your wing. Kept him busy. Good. Kid always needed a place to belong.
He kicks things what need kicking, and we look the other way when he starts talking
That sounds
anti-corporate.
about right.
It's a good arrangement.
Yeah.
Hear that, Clyde? I've been making something out of myself.
Oh.
So long as you haven't been making a fool of yourself. I'm sure Felix has no end of stories to tell of your exploits together. I look forward to catching up with the boy.
Tell me why we're here.
I'm working on something. Something big. Something the likes of which Halcyon has never seen. And I want Felix to be a part of my initiative.
Nuh-uh.
I'm fulfilling a promise I made to the boy, that one day he and I would change the colony together. That day has finally arrived.
Easy there, Clyde. No one said nothing about throwing in with you. In case you didn't notice, I'm pretty happy where I am.
I'm not asking you to walk away from your captain, Felix, but neither should you allow yourself to be controlled by fear. Change is not to be feared. I brought you here because I want to know where Felix's loyalties lie. When the day of our revolution comes, I want to know that I can rely on him.
I mean, then allow me to enlighten you. Felix is loyal to me, not anyone else. Just me. We're friends. We're besties.
I understand that Felix is part of your crew, at least for now. If the thought of losing him troubles you, then understand that you're helping him solve a problem for an old friend.
Am I, though?
I want you to deal with a traitor for me. Name's Trask. Kill him, and bring me proof of his death. His ring should do nicely.
What did this Trask do to deserve death? Like, I feel like that's kind of a big thing.
Ratted us out to the board. He's been an informant. Has been for years. When he realized I was onto him, he and his little cadre mutinied. Killed 5 of my own and tucked tail. I don't know where he's hiding, but his wife might. Rosanna. Lives on the groundbreaker last I checked. Rosanna knows my crew by name and face, but you're a stranger to her. She'll talk to you.
I mean, alright. I guess we'll take care of it.
We get rid of this traitor for you and I'm in? I mean, assuming I want in.
We're building a new world together, Felix. You'll want in. Remember, I want proof. Bring me his ring. I don't care if the hand's still attached. Here, my token. Think of this as my personal signature. Anyone who knows me by my works will know me by this token.
How well do you know Felix?
Well enough. It's been a few years, but I still remember a thing or two. You had a chip on your shoulder. You'd argue over anything and you'd never back down.
I mean...
What do you mean, had? And for the record, you never could admit when you lost an argument.
You see what I had to deal with?
Yeah, I should go. So that's cute. That's cute. Also, can we just look at Marlowe a little bit more? Like, oh my goodness. Look at those teeth. That would be terrifying. Alright, so now we're gonna head over to the Groundbreaker and meet someone's wifey. And of course, we find her in the Lost Hope. The Lost Hope has been popular the past couple episodes.
This is Halcyon News.
Alright, here she is.
You mind trying to have a moment
Are you?
here?
I'm looking for a guy by the name of Rufus Trask. I'm told he lived around here.
Rufus and I are no longer on speaking terms. I don't know where he is, and if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
If you know where Trask is, you might want to tell me.
That's Harlow's mark, no mistake. Guess he's not letting this one go. I don't want any manner of harm befalling Rufus. Not on my account.
If Trask puts up a fight, it's not going to be your fault. You're not, doing this.
All right, I'll tell you where he is. Just get out of here, please. Rufus is hiding out in Emerald Vale. Got a few friends with him. That's as much as I know.
I'm obliged. Although I do have a few more questions.
Please, just make it quick.
You and Trask split up? And how much do you know about Harlow?
Precious little. He and Rufus worked together on the Groundbreaker some years back before he vanished. A few years later, Rufus gets a message from an old friend. Something about starting a revolution, something about getting rich. Abandoned his work and ran off that very day.
Sound familiar, Felix?
He must have been recruiting, gathering up his band of revolutionaries.
Word of advice, kid? Anybody carrying on about a revolution just wants to sell you something. I don't know Harlow. Never so much as bandied a word with the fellow. You're better off having this discussion with Rufus.
That's all I wanted to know. I'll leave you be.
Appreciate it. No offense meant. Just been a long day is all.
Well then. Alright, so now we're gonna fly over in Greendale, or in Emerald Vale, and we are gonna go to the Botanical, because that's gonna be the closest way that we can get to Rufus. I mean, anybody with a name like Rufus, let's be honest, guys, they can't be bad. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure? Rufus was like a hero. Alrighty, so we're gonna run through this little area. You are gonna have to, you know, pew-pew a couple people, and that's fun. Also, I've also found it very interesting that Harlow contacted Felix much later than everyone else. And he's only contacted him after Felix essentially has a stable job and, you know, whenever he needs somebody else killed from his crew. So, it's a little shadiness there, a little shady. Alright, and here we have found Rufus. Even though it's kind of nice, nobody in his party actually cares that we're here, which is odd, in my opinion.
I don't know who you are or why you're prowling around here, but I'm willing to make a guess. You're one of Harlow's gun hands, ain't you? He sent you after me.
I mean, that's right. Harlow said you betrayed him.
Yeah, of course he did. Thing is, you and I are at an impasse. Harlow wants me dead, and I've got no intention of dying.
Why did you betray Harlow?
How do I know that I can trust you?
If I wanted to kill you, we wouldn't be having this conversation. To be fair, let's be real.
Yeah, guess that's a fair point. Listen, I don't know what lies Harlow's dripped down your ear, but you'd be a fool to trust him. I never betrayed Harlow. Harlow betrayed all of us. The board's got him in their pocket, been paying him off for years. All that palaver about revolutions? It's a lie.
You're a real piece of work, Trask. Not just a turncoat, but a liar, too.
Go piss up a rope, kid. I've got nothing to prove to you. That's the whole truth. Harlow's just another board asset. A two-bit mercenary wearing a dissident's clothes.
So, hold on. You've got some explaining to do.
Say your piece.
What was Harlow doing for the board? This just kind of makes little sense.
Board-sanctioned piracy. Harlow went after the ships the board wanted destroyed, capturing anybody the board wanted captured. If we captured you, we'd ransom you. Harlow liked to do the job himself. Gather up the captives on his own ship, vanish for a couple of days. Only that's not what happened. Harlow's been selling his captives off to the board. I don't know where they ended up. Re-education, Tartarus, maybe worse.
I don't know. Why would the board buy off Harlow?
Because he's for sale. Anything the board can buy, the board will buy. And that includes loyalty.
Alright.
Harlow was a charismatic bastard, and he was ruthless. With Harlow in their pocket, the board had an informant, a pirate, a smuggler, and a gang leader all rolled up into one odious excuse for a human being. Sounds like a deal to me.
Alright, I've heard enough.
Take it you've made up your mind.
I'm not gonna kill you, Trask, but I am gonna ask you for your ring.
You gonna tell Harlow I'm dead? May as well. I'm never going back to that life again. Here, take the ring. And for what it's worth, my gratitude.
Yeah, take care. Alright, well, we will decide the outcome in tomorrow's episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget that like and subscribe button, and have a great rest of your day.